Welcome to yet another week of ZoomTV, where we explore everything that drives, flies and floats and take you along for the experience. Let's find out what we've got in store for you today.
Thanks to the Just Magazine group, I'm in WA hunting for a potential Just Auto legend. I'll speak to the owner of this 1976 LX Torana. I might even get to drive it.
Well, mining is on everybody's lips. Today, I'm going to look at City Toyota, who are heavily involved in the conversion of mining vehicles.
10 years is a long time. Today, thanks to goauto.com.au, we'll experience Honda's new Insight and find out if it's possible to go from ordinary to extraordinary.
But first up, Aaron Pitt always seems to keep himself very busy, so let's find out what he's up to.
When Hyundai first came to Australia in 1986, they had an obvious plan, which was to introduce a four-cylinder that was economical and price-ranged. Their car was economical, sure. Price range, yeah. But it lacked the charisma that the more existing brands like Holden, Ford and Toyota had. 25 years on, and you could say the Hyundai are the quiet achiever. But that would understate what they have achieved. Their recent facelift and high-tech advancements, plus their versatile range, would have to make them the brand of 2011. The new Hyundai lineup has a model in a range of combinations pretty much designed to appeal to every buyer. From Hyundai's award-winning i30 to their versatile iX35 to their family iMax. But there was a model they lacked, a model that regular families wanted, the good old station wagon, which nowadays is known as the Tourer. Well, Ford, Holden and Toyota, look away, because I'm about to introduce you to Hyundai's newest family member, and you guys ain't gonna like it. This is the new Hyundai i40 Tourer, and you'd have to agree it's a stunning looking wagon. Its fresh, new, sleek look is derived from Hyundai's new design philosophy, which is the perfect combination of luxury looks and unique performance. The i40 Tourer combines emotional design with intelligent practicality. Hyundai have combined an exhilarating drive, highly efficient performance with state-of-the-art technologies, and that's all wrapped up in the most sophisticated, most streamlined design, an evolutionary design they call fluidic sculpture. The i40 is available in 3 different variants: the Active, the Elite, and the one we have today, the top-of-the-range Premium. As its name suggests, the Premium is in fact that. It's the best. Its sleek fluidic sculptured body sits on 18-inch alloy wheels, and the panoramic sunroof is the icing on the cake. Or is it? Just wait until you see on the inside. It's gonna blow you away. You get full leather interior, leather steering wheel incorporating Bluetooth and driving controls, a wide and well-finished dash, an easy-to-read, impressive supervision instrument cluster, electric windows, cruise control, front and rear heated seats. The front seats even have a 3-stage ducted heating, cooling system. And to really guarantee comfort, you get full automatic climate control. Hyundai have added a touch of class with push-button start and convenience with full memory driver's seat, which means if your family has more than one driver, all you do is you get in and you push your preset and it moves to your favourite position. That is so convenient. But one of my favourite things is electronic park brake, because it's classy and it just makes sense. It's so much better looking than big, bulky handbrakes. The i40 is a cocoon of safety. You get 9 airbags, including side impact airbags, hill start assist, ABS braking, electronic stability control, vehicle stability control, reverse camera integrated into the rear view mirror, and park assist, which incorporates sensors in the front and rear bumpers to help you park. The Hyundai product is a classic reminder of what can be achieved when you strive to be the best. Strive to constantly improve your product and listen to your customers. I mean, I shouldn't have to tell you that the Hyundai i40 Tourer is a car you'll not only love driving, but you'll love being seen driving in. I mean, look at it. It's telling you that all by itself. To experience obsession, drop into John Hughes Hyundai in Victoria Park, or simply jump onto zoomtv.com.au and follow the links.
To some people, a car is just something that gets you from one place to another, but to others, it's an obsession. So think about how much time you spend in your car and then think about how much fun you have in it. It was a brilliant car to begin with, but now it's been freshened up even more. Available in both 6-speed manual and 5-speed automatic, the Neo has stunning new looks and groundbreaking technology. Get ready to be seriously impressed. Remember the zoom feeling you had as a kid, say when you first took your training wheels off your bike or you went on a roller coaster for the first time? Probably not, but the whole premise behind the Mazda is that you get to relive that feeling. So, first things first, I'm going to go and revisit my childhood. With Mazda, it's all about the motion and oneness between driver and car, but it's also about fun. The Mazda 3 Neo is powered by a 2-litre 4-cylinder engine, which is more powerful, more responsive, and surprisingly, more fuel efficient. And yep, the zoom feeling is definitely there. There's no doubt that the Mazda 3 is a seriously fun car to drive, but it's not just because of its drivability. I mean, check out what's in front of me. It's modern, it's fancy, and it has all the important bits. You got aircon, cruise control, audio controls, an impressive sound system, and there's even upgraded seat trims. You seriously feel like you're driving a real sports car. It looks hot too. Available in both sedan and hatch design, the new look Mazda 3 is very eye-catching. The noticeable changes include the colour-coded door handles, the sporty-looking front and rear bumpers, and the factory 15-inch alloy wheels. It's also much lighter in handling, and that by all means does not mean that safety has been compromised, which is a common misconception. The Neo has a 5-star ANCAP safety rating with 6 airbags, ABS and dynamic stability control. All in all, it's just simply a fun car to drive and one you'll be proud to let your friends jump into. There's a reason it's Australia's best-selling small car and will continue to be. Ben, what have I missed? What is your favourite feature of the Mazda 3 Neo?
Well, I don't think you've missed very much at all, Kate. You've gone over all the great styling and the new aspects of the new car. They're still a very roomy car, and I'm sure if anyone comes down to Wanneroo Mazda and goes for a test drive, they'll all agree.
I've test driven a lot of cars, but this is by far a standout for me. It's fun, reliable, and it really makes you feel more confident. So drop into Wanneroo Mazda now for a good price. Or for more info, go to zoomtv.com.au and follow the links.
Coming up, thanks to the Just Magazine group, I'll introduce you to the owner of this beautifully restored LX Tirana hatch. That's next on ZoomTV. We're in Western Australia, continuing our hunt for potential Just Auto legends. But first, what is a Just Auto legend? Well, the people behind legendary publications like Just Bikes, Just Cars and Just 4x4s are on the hunt for Australia's most dedicated, most passionate motoring enthusiasts. Whether you own an awesome machine, you belong to a motoring club, or you simply are so passionate it's in your veins, they're looking for you. And the top 20 motoring enthusiasts, most obsessed motoring purists, will be chosen to be part of the inaugural Just Auto Legends Club. People like the owner of this 1976 LX Tirana hatch. People like Matt Boyd. How are you, mate?
Good, how are yourself?
Mate, I absolutely love your car.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
I love the colours and what you've done, and it's beautiful.
It's taken a long time, I can tell you that much.
How much work have you done to get it looking like this?
Well, when I bought it 13 years ago, it was a bit of a shell of this. It looked pretty average, but it's fixed up a lot of the rust myself, did the interior a fair bit, just little things like speedo dials and lights. The whole running gear, everything's been done from head to toe, so it's like driving a brand new car. The panel and paint was done about 2 years ago, and that was a big job.
Now, Matt, under the hood, does she sound as good as she looks?
She sounds pretty good. It used to sound a lot better, but it's been restricted because it got a yellow sticker leaving motivation a couple of years ago.
Can we go for a drive in it?
We can, but gets a lot of attention. Unfortunately, a lot of that's from the police.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have a license at the moment.
Well, I tell you, I can drive it for you.
I guess you could.
I guess you could. Don't want to play scratch it?
You break it, you bought it. How's that
I'll
sound?
buy it. There you go. One thing I like, and you can tell how well a car's been restored, is this noise. Perfect.
Cool.
Matt, thanks heaps for the drive. Now, it's not hard to tell, there's a lot of power there. What are you running under the hood?
It's a 308 stroker, so it's stroked out to 355, and it's probably between 300 and 400 horses, I'd say.
Now, Matt, I noticed she was a little bit heavy. What's the reasoning behind that?
One thing is the pretty big wheels and tyres, but being an old car, it's 36 years old, and steering is pretty locked in there. But it's good for tight situations.
Now, I'm glad you brought up the rims. They're pretty unique. Where'd you get them from?
Got them from America. You know, I had to measure out the actual size and send it over there because there's no Torontos there. It was pretty picky, so it took me about 7 years, and I was just cutting out pictures of rims in magazines.
Now, that's pretty extreme. What else have you done in the name of extreme for your girl?
Sitting up all night, 2 days in a row, polishing the rims for full motivation, and lots of little things over 13 years.
Now, Matt, thanks very much. It was great to meet you.
No
There's
worries.
a lot of love in this car. Good luck with the competition.
Cheers, Aaron.
Now, if you think you've got what it takes to be considered for a Just Auto Legend, make sure you log onto their website, justautolegend.com.au, or follow the links from ZoomTV and fill in the online application. Good luck.
You won't believe how much work goes into one of these vehicles to get it ready for a mine site. Well, after the break, we're going to go inside City Toyota to see what it takes. As we all know, Australia is riding on the crest of a mining boom. So much so that some mines actually work 24/7. So it is very important to have good quality machinery and have no downtime. Recognising the importance of the mining sector, City Toyota have been at the forefront of mining initiatives, such as after-sale service and parts, mobile workshops, and even training schools for mining staff to ensure that they are up to date on the latest technology. Dealer Principal of City Toyota, Wayne Smith, has steered City's efforts to keep up with the huge demand. Wayne, with the mining business being so specialised, how do you go about it?
Yeah, Ross, what we do is we've got 3 people that are employed specifically to handle the mining industry. So they're well versed in every requirement that you need to get onto a mine site with your vehicle. So they'll be able to sit down with you, analyse your requirements and the conditions that you need to go to, and actually build the car specific to your needs.
Workplace safety is important on any mine site, so vehicles have to be fitted out with a huge range of safety equipment. With City's huge PD department, they build vehicles to suit every mining job. Warning cab lights are a must, and trays are manufactured to every shape and size, along with heavy-duty tow bars. There's even high-ab cranes fitted. As you can see, this place is a hive of activity. Anything and everything can be done to prepare a car for a mine site. Every mining vehicle has to have one of these fitted. It's a roll bar for rollover protection. You'd be amazed on how many vehicles do roll over on mine sites. One of these will protect lives. Now, another important part of a special build for underground is fire suppression. Glenn, what's the story there?
Ross, mine sites are risky places at the best of time, especially underground. The risk of a fire underground, I mean, just think about it, it's terrible. At City Toyota, we're more than happy, and we do build up vehicles for mine spec as per mine site requirements. It's very simple to use. The driver pulls a pin, pushes a button, it goes off. Very similar to what they use in race cars and rally cars, that sort of industry.
Another important safety item that's been fitted to most mining vehicles are special brakes. Steve, what's the story of this thing?
Well, these are SIBS brakes, sealed integrated braking system. It's really 3 brakes in one for a mine application. We have a service brake, which is housed within this housing to make sure it's free from the influence of any environmental conditions. We have an emergency spring-applied hydraulic release brake for emergency application of the brake. And we also interlock the park brake into the vehicle's door and ignition, so that an operator can't alight from a vehicle without fully and automatically applying the park brake, meaning it's safe from uncontrolled vehicle movements.
Well, that's been an incredible insight into City Toyota's commitment to the mining industry. Not anyone can just supply a Toyota for a mine site. You need specialists to fit out the vehicle to suit specific conditions. I would encourage anyone in the mining game to click onto zoomtv.com.au and follow the links to City Toyota.
Today, thanks to goauto.com.au, I'm in Melbourne to take a look at Australia's most affordable petrol-electric hybrid, for now anyway, the $29,990 Honda Insight VTI. Here's the deal. At this price level, the Insight competes with popular diesels like the Volkswagen Golf and the Ford Focus. Honda fans may even remember the two-seater hyper-economy Insight of 10 years ago. But badges aside, that has nothing at all to do with this car. I love how the Insight's aerodynamic shape tells your neighbours that you love hugging trees. Yet in reality, this is just a practical, everyday 5-seater hatch anyway. Access is easy, 2 adults and 3 kids should find reasonable comfort, and the boot is a handy size. Sure, the dashboard looks like the cockpit out of Han Solo's Millennium Falcon, but all the controls make sense once you figure out where they are. I like the high digital speedo, the driving position's fantastic, and I love the fact that all the driver's needs are well catered for. Plus, there's a bunch of trees that you can grow on the instrument panel depending on how economically you're driving. As a further eco-incentive, a light foot turns the dash illumination from blue to green. How awesome's that? But the Insight sloping roofline makes rear headroom for taller people a bit tricky. And the sea of grey plastic will disappoint buyers who expect Golf levels of quality in cabin trim. Unfortunately, that cheap and cheerful feeling continues in the way the Insight sounds and rides once you're on the move. The suspension's firm and jiggly, and the special low-resistant eco tyres can drum up a fair bit of noise. And trust me, on long trips, that can be tiring. Beneath the sloping bonnet beats a 65 kilowatt, 1.3 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine, assisted by a 10 kilowatt electric motor and battery pack. Quick on the takeoff and reasonably swift on the highway, a heavy right foot is needed for overtaking situations. But on the open road, the 1.3 must work hard, and I've found the economy is worse than, say, a regular Golf 1.4 turbo petrol, let alone the super frugal diesel versions. Plus, the CVT transmission might be smooth, but it makes the Insight sound like a hairdryer under heavy acceleration. You would call Honda's performance adequate rather than electrifying. Unlike the more expensive Toyota Prius, the Insight never runs on the electric engine alone, not even for short periods. The electric gear is there to just improve economy and increase power. But when idle, the motor automatically shuts off, which increases the economy and reduces emissions to boot. To find out more about the Honda Insight or read a full range of in-depth car reviews, go to goauto.com.au. Welcome to the ZoomTV Celebrity Hitchhiker, powered by Orbital Liquid Autogas. Recently, we attended the WA Channel 7 Perth Telethon held right here at the Perth Convention Centre, which made more than $13 million for the kids of WA. Whilst we were there, we were given exclusive access to Hollywood movie stars, local soapy stars and billionaire businessmen, which we conducted interviews with inside the John Hughes Zoommobile. I hope you enjoy it. Mr. Kerry Stokes, I have to say, I'm really nervous having you on the van. You're like the boss. So I had to pick you up.
So you should be nervous. You're being evaluated.
I'm being evaluated. Well, it's all about asking you questions for charity. So we want to, what I'd love to know, and I'm sure what a lot of people would, is how did it start? How did you get involved in business and grow up to where it is now?
Oh. Well, first of all, I was born, then I was young, then I got involved in business, and that's where I am now. But telethon, I was actually at the very first telethon 44 years ago, when Brian Treasure started it. So I've had a long association with telethon. I just love it. I mean, I love what it does to the city, I love what it does to our state. I love to see how people own it, and it's part of our psyche. Now it's something really valuable in the community.
Is there a telethon in particular or that's grabbed your attention that you've evolved with?
The last one. Every year, it's what we do different and make it different that's important. I love the history of telethon, but right now I'm thinking about how we're going to make it better next year.
What would be a tip that you could give some of our viewers in business to be successful?
Work hard.
And that's it?
I can't overemphasize it. You know, work hard. You want to be successful, work hard. And you want to be successful, get up early, work longer, work harder. Work for me.
I've got to ask you the fast 5 questions now.
Absolutely.
Are you ready for them? Are you into cars, Kerry?
I love cars.
Awesome. Well, this is going to be great because some of the people we've had today haven't. So I'm going to ask you the first car you ever owned.
It's a 1928 Rugby utility with a gravity-feed petrol tank.
You do like cars,
yes.
Look at that. What is your opinion of the worst car that has ever been made?
Oh, Probably the Valiant, the second series after the S.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a horrible car.
What's your opinion of the best car on the roads?
I'd love to own a Ferrari. I love Ferraris. If I drove one, you know someone's going to scratch it.
Yeah.
And imagine having to drive around a scratched Ferrari. So no, I don't have one.
What do you currently drive now?
I drive now a Mercedes.
And reason being?
It's old and it's safe and it suits an old fella.
And my final question, what would be your biggest fear?
My biggest fear?
Your biggest fear?
Oh, my biggest fear is failing. Telethon failing, that'll be my biggest fear. Wake up next year and no one gives any money.
Now, Kerry, you've earned a bonus question, of course, because of who you are. I've got to ask, and I bet everyone out there wants to know, what is your favourite TV show?
Oh, Zoom. Oh, every Saturday, of course.
There you go, 1 o'clock every Saturday. Now, Mr. Stokes, thank you very, very much. And thanks for the opportunity of Zoom. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, if you'd like to know anything more about ZoomTV, make sure you go to our website, zoomtv.com.au. You can download our free iPhone app, get hot deals, you can even look at past episodes. But until next week, we'll be back here at 1 p.m. on 7, mate. Thanks for watching. Now, Mr. Stokes, where would you like me to drive you?
Okay, well, just around the circle. Great.
And that's a wrap.